Shout out to the Cows Gang. I'm your host, Mr. Palmer, and welcome to the show, Victim or Volunteer. What I want y'all to do, grab the nearest couch, sit back, and enjoy the ride.
Man. Shout out to the Cows Gang, man. I know it's been a minute, but I had a lot of to take care of. You know how I go, life changes, life situations, but it's done. I want to talk about this case right here. You have a North Carolina TikTok star by the name of Brenay. She's known for having the big size triple Z's, and you know what I'm saying? But this is ordered to pay an ex-wife, $1.75 million. No, it wasn't because of a wrongful death. No, it wasn't because of a car accident. No, it wasn't because she was beaten. She has to pay this woman $1.75 million because this decided to cheat with her husband. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. She cheated with her best friend's husband. Damn. This was back in January 2024. Came up because she found out, the best friend found out from going on a goddamn computer and saw the she needed to see. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let y'all check this video out from some other TikTok who was complaining that everybody was taking her using it. And I even commented on her and I told her, I said, well, I'm next, because I'm taking your too. You know what I'm saying? Because she got how it all started and where we at today. So check this.
This is Brenay Kennard, and she's a TikTok influencer currently being sued for sleeping with her friend's husband. And I read all the legal documents, even though I'm not a lawyer. So let me fill you in on this crazy case. Like I said, her name is Brenay Kennard. She's an influencer with almost 3 million followers on TikTok. And in May of 2021, she married this man whose name is Devin. Brenay and Devin live in North Carolina, and they spent a ton of time hanging out with Devin's cousin, Tim, and Tim's wife, Akira. Brenay and Devin, Tim and Akira. So these two couples hang out, they go on double dates, make social media videos together, go to birthday parties, basketball games, baseball games, all the couple things. Until in January of 2024, Akira discovers a video of Brenay, her friend, and Tim, her husband, talking about things that they've done together. And yes, earlier I said Tim and Devin were cousins, so that would mean that Tim slept with his cousin's wife. Akira learns that this affair between her husband and her friend started in December of 2023, and on occasion even happened in her house when she would be asleep. After all of this is discovered, Tim and Brenay move out of the homes that they share with their spouses and into a home together.
For all who don't know, me and Devin are divorced. And that's not a good thing, but another thing, your girl is moving.
And then a few months after that, Akira sues Brenay, alleging that as a direct result of Brenay sleeping with her husband, Akira has suffered humiliation, mental anguish, and injury to her health. She says her children are now deprived of a 2-parent household, and Akira is deprived of the love, affection, companionship, and economic support of her own husband because he's given it all to Brenay. Akira also says the fact that the two of them are flaunting this relationship all over the internet.
Oh, I thought the music was on, but
No, you gotta just do it. Just once. Only adds to the humiliation and mental anguish that Akira is already suffering, and so she wants Brenay to pay. Now, of course, filing the lawsuit is only the beginning step. So to prepare for trial, Akira and her attorney started sending subpoenas. They asked for Brenay's bank statements, her proof of income, her current lease, any video she has of Akira's kids, and all communications between Brenay and Tim, including text messages, videos, WhatsApp. She asked for it all. And at first, Brenay's attorney responds to the subpoenas by asking the judge for more time to gather all the documents and respond to everything. But even with the new due date, Brenay and her attorneys never send anything over. So after their deadline passes, Akira's attorney files a motion asking the judge to sanction or punish Brenay and her attorney for not responding to the subpoena, because not having that information is preventing Akira from preparing for this trial, and it's also costing her more money in attorney fees. So this request for sanctions happened on November 20th, 2024. And then the next thing that happens in this case is on January 30th, 2025, when Brenay's attorney files a motion to withdraw, like leave the case. The motion says that the defendant, meaning Brenay, wants him to withdraw. So now there's a hearing scheduled for April 1st, but a mediator has also been assigned to this case, and it says the deadline for a conference with that mediator is April 19th, and then the trial is scheduled to start on May 19th. So that's the lawsuit between the wife and the girlfriend. But remember, I said Brenay was also married. She was married to Devin, who is Tim's cousin. Well, Devin has also filed a lawsuit. His lawsuit is against his cousin, Tim, and it's for the same reasons Akira is suing for, saying that his cousin broke up his marriage.
Yeah, so you heard that from her. I know she's gonna be mad, but guess what? I don't give a But this happened in North Carolina. And Monday, the jury awarded a woman the third highest in the North Carolina history of alienation of affection. Hey, I want y'all to understand that this alienation of affection has started back in the mid-19th century, right? And this allowed a spouse to sue a third party for interfering in their marriage, causing the loss of spouse affection. Now, the law was adopted in states back in the day, like in New York, and it started back in 1864. Now, back in the day, back in those times, it was all over the United States of America. But now, in 2025, it's only 8 states, I believe. The rest of the states ain't dealing with that bullshit. The states that I see that still has this law, of course, North Carolina, Hawaii, Mississippi, New Mexico, South Dakota, and Utah. Now, I did see one where it said my state, Illinois, but then I went on others, it don't show it. So that's hit or miss. But yes, this started back in 1865. Now, when it comes to this particular case, the TikTok star Brenay Kennard was having an affair with her best friend's husband. And in this complaint, the best friend accused her of verbally flirting, having a sexual affair with Tim. That's the husband or the ex-husband. And she had to prove that, it was legit. She had text messages, she had video footage and other going on. Now, at one point, her husband and her best friend was doing online social media together, TikTok like that. And under the state's alienation of affection lawsuit, the plaintiff must prove that they are in a loving marriage, everything's good, and the third party must have a knowledge of the marriage, and the marriage must have continued while the affair was going on. And from what we see, it was. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play the news clip of them talking about the TikTok star with the triple quadruple Z's losing the case and trying to represent herself. Dummy, dummy, dummy. You big dummy. Check this out.
Hi guys, let's cook some spaghetti.
This morning, a jury has ordered a TikTok influencer accused of breaking up a marriage to pay nearly $2 million to the jilted spouse.
I was raised to respect the marriage. I was raised to respect God. Loyalty, marriage, the White House with the picket fence and the dog and the kid, that's me.
Akira Montague sued Brenay Kennard, a TikToker with millions of followers, under an unusual state law in North Carolina. Montague claiming that Kennard had an affair with her husband, and as a result, Montague claimed what's known as alienation of affection. Her attorney speaking to our station WTVD.
I think it shows the world that you should think twice before you interfere with a marriage. You should think about those children and that spouse.
The law says plaintiffs in cases like this must prove they're in a loving marriage. The third party must have knowledge of the marriage, and the marriage must have continued during the affair.
It was horrible. Even right now, I don't like going out in public with my kids because I'll get stopped in the store. I can't have fun with my kids to this day because people harass me and so it's hard.
Kennard denied the allegations and claimed the photos and videos were obtained illegally, but the judge rejected her request to dismiss the case, and the jury awarded Montague $1.75 million, one of the biggest awards of its kind in the state.
I want people to be able to think, okay, Miss Montague won $1.75 million. Is that man worth it? Is that woman worth it? They will think now.
Only 6 states still allow spouses to sue someone for interfering with their marriage.
Hey man, you see this shit, man? Check this out. If you go on TikTok, you see all the videos, so many people talking about it, all the receipts are there. I'm only gonna show so much because I don't want to talk too long, you know what I'm saying, on this video. But understand that this was a 6-day trial, and the best friend's attorney presented more than 700 pages of evidence, you know, and, you know, this is crazy right here. Now, this TikTok star, Brenay, was first married to her best friend's husband, who named Tim. You know, she was married to his first cousin. You can't make this up. She was married to her best friend's husband's first cousin. And now that the best friend and Tim is divorced, Tim turned around and married Brenay. You can't make this up. And I ain't gonna lie, I looked at the wife, and then I looked at the Brenay, and I'm like, damn, he decided to go that route? What? But, you know, eyes before the beholder, who am I to talk? Now, on social media, they were saying in the complaint that all four of them spent time together, and that Brenay posted photos and videos on social media showing that the relationship between both couples. They were able to prove that, you know, they had a loving relationship. They were able to take trips together, spend time together, and still make sure that they held themselves out to be husband and wife. And that's what a lawyer said, the best friend's lawyer. And then a lot of text messages helped out as well. Now, Brenay filed a motion to dismiss the case on the ground that the photos and videos presented by the best friend, and then the best friend name is Akira, was obtained unlawfully. The judge denied the motion. Of course, you know, what's about this, that Brenay had videos saying that I cannot wait to become Miss Montague or Montague to Tim. That's crazy. And the lawyer who represent the best friend, Akira, said she speaks for other women in similar situations. Now, here's the unfortunate situation with this. Now, you know, the husband, Tim, and Akira got kids together. And, you know, the kids got to be involved in the middle of this because now that's their stepmama, who was the best friend of their mother. And I don't know how that's gonna go, but I was told that when it comes to the court order for the visitation stuff, that his new wife, Brenay, is not allowed to be around. And allegedly they saying she got arrested for being around the kid. I don't know how true that is. That's hearsay. But what do y'all think about this, Cows Gang? Akira was awarded $1.5 million for alienation of affection and $250,000 for criminal conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I just want y'all brothers to know, and all you sisters to know, we grown. You want to cheat, dip off, you have that right, free will. And if you get caught, you face the consequences. But understand, if you go to these states that I mentioned earlier, you can be sued. And whether if you pay it or don't pay it, it is a big ass embarrassment because Brenay is getting roasted, talked about, her husband getting roasted and talked about. And now, from what I see on, it is what it is, fam. So what do y'all think about Brenay and her having to pay $1.75 million? Now, she did come out and say that she ain't gonna get the money. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't think it's about her getting the 1.75. I think it was about proving the point that you're not gonna just get away with that you on calls between her and her ex-husband, Tim, you know? But at the same time, she probably can get something because social media influencers can make some good money. So maybe she won't get 1.75. Maybe she can get a quick 100,000 in the blunt mouth. So let me ask y'all a question, Cows Gang. Y'all already know what I want to know. When it comes to the big triple Z's, quadruple Z's, TikToker, influencer, Brenay, I got to know, is she a victim or volunteer? And you know what? When it comes to Akira, Montague or Montague, I also gotta know, is she a victim or volunteer? Cows Gang, you gonna fuck around with somebody else's wife? Do not go on those states and do it.
Y'all tell me what y'all think. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Cows Gang, Cows Gang.